In today's world, it can be really hard not to get pulled into the trends of society. We graduate from high school or university and we watch our friends get pulled into 9-to-5 jobs or take on 30-year mortgages, and there can be this extreme feeling of pressure to just have to follow suit and do the same. But we don't have to. And today we've traveled to Queensland to meet one young couple who have broken the mold, built a tiny house, and are now living a debt-free life of their choosing. Hello, Simone.
Hey, Bryce, how you going?
Good, lovely to meet
Lovely
you.
to meet
Bryce,
you.
Sam.
Good to meet you, Sam. How you doing, mate?
Really good. Yourself?
Very well. It is lovely to be here visiting your home.
Thank you.
Now, the colour scheme here, this is a little bit unique, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well, we wanted to go Australiana with the corrugated iron, and it's also a bit of like a 70s throwback for us as well, so yeah.
It definitely is, and it really does also blend into this property so well, and this is a great parking spot that you've got here.
We're really lucky that we ended up with this, Simone's parents.
Yeah,
and
3
stuff.
acres, 3-acre property. Just living at the back of my parents' house here.
Yeah, so basically we were looking at buying a normal house, and it just didn't match our lifestyle, our values and whatnot. So we, rather than feel defeated by that and worried about getting a huge mortgage, we just decided to do it ourselves. So at the time we were both uni students. When we came up with the idea, we were just watching YouTube videos and we thought, why not? Yeah, what we were paying in rent, 1 year's worth of that ended up being just less than that to build the place. So we basically had to move back home with our parents and just save for a year, and then we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was actually a DIY project as well, wasn't it?
It was pretty much 100% DIY with the help of my dad, who has been a builder his whole life. So that was a big help for us. So
Yes, between him and myself, who has not been a builder his whole life, so there's a very steep learning curve, but we're really happy with that. We wanted to do as much ourselves as possible, and yeah, we've managed to achieve that.
So together you actually have studied both wildlife and environmental sciences, haven't you?
We got it covered, yeah.
You definitely have.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of a plan for the property in the future?
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, around this area, we're really lucky. There is a lot of biodiversity, but, as you can see, there has been sort of clearing and development that's gone on. So we really want to use our skill set and re-vegetate the landscape with some flowering natives and stuff, and just sort of have a spot where we can grow our food as well, but it's land for wildlife as well.
absolutely.
So,
And a bit of the weed management as well. We'd like to tackle a bit of that. Yeah.
yeah.
What a great plan. So how big is this tiny house?
We're actually 8.5 meters long, and the trailer is 2.4 meters. We were originally looking at like 6 meters or something. It's
Yeah.
just so happened that this trailer popped up for us. So even, this is secondhand. This was an old caravan trailer that someone had stripped out, and we had a local engineer that came across and just toughened up the chassis to support the weight. And we sort of tried to cut down on weight as well with the corrugated iron, like I said earlier, and they were all factory seconds, sort of scratches and marks and stuff on them, but it didn't matter for us because we're painting them, so just trying to be resourceful like that as well.
Well, the outside of the tiny house definitely is packed with character, and I would love to see what you've done inside.
Should we take you in?
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
Come on in.
What a great looking place.
Thank you.
The style of this is really nice. I love how many plants you've brought into the inside.
Yeah, so we wanted to bring a lot of nature inside, and indoor plants in general is something that we both love.
And lots of windows in this house as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we were really lucky with the windows actually. We picked them all up together secondhand, and we just had to respray them the colour that we wanted, and it works out great because it lets in a lot of light, which we wanted, but it's as much sort of a focus about the plants as well, so
That's
they love it as well. So it was for all of us.
One of the things that I really like about the design of this place is what you've done down this end with the work area.
That's right, we're actually encroached into the drawbar here, so sort of got a freebie, if you like, space-wise with this desk in this bay window setup. And also the house is fairly minimal, we don't have too much stuff, but where we do have things that we're
passionate about, so reading, and photography, things like that, as well as reading online, a lot of research as well. We do enjoy doing that as well. So
We're geeks.
We are. We're pretty geeky, yeah.
And then a great position for the couch here as well, just being able to look out and take perfect advantage of all of those views.
That's right. Yeah, we often just open the doors up, and this is kind of where we live.
Bird watch.
Yeah, that's right. So we get the binoculars out, and just sit here with a cup of tea or whatever. The house could just be tiny, and this could be it, and we'd be happy, I think.
And much better than a telly, right?
I think
Absolutely.
so, yeah. That was a conscious decision as well. We did have a telly, and we just didn't want to sort of bring that back into our lives.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the telly.
Now this kitchen. Love the wood that you've chosen here on this bench top, and how great the way that this just opens out to the gardens as well.
Yeah, thanks. So it's an acacia laminate bench top, and we really wanted to be able to just enjoy the view.
I see that you're doing your cooking all on a single element. Is that big enough for you?
It is actually, yeah.
Very multi-use for boiling water, frying, everything.
We just do everything on it.
Great. Are you pretty avid cooks?
Yeah, we definitely dabble in cooking, and we've been vegan about 6 months now, so we've been experimenting a lot in the kitchen and creating new recipes, so it's been really fun doing that together.
Yeah, so we really wanted to make space for that, which is why we kind of didn't compromise with the bench space there.
We
So
wanted that also to be a feature, a nice clean timber bench, so
Now here under the stairs, this is where all the storage is, obviously.
Yeah, pretty much all the wardrobe we've put under the stairs, just with storage cubes. So we've got 2 each, pretty much just folded our clothing down. And again, we've trying to incorporate a capsule wardrobe, so having very minimal pieces in that wardrobe.
So did you find that you actually had to pare down your possessions much to be able to move into the space? Because 2 of those cubes each, that's not a tremendous amount of storage.
I think we did cull down a little bit, did we? Would you say?
I think we did, yeah.
But really, it wasn't too much of an issue for us, yeah.
And then that's the bathroom through there, is it?
It is, yeah, we'll take you through.
Yes, please. This is really lovely. That plant there just makes such a great feature, doesn't it?
Absolutely. This is a just a fern. We wanted one of good calibre, good size, and one that you can see, from the other end of the house as well.
Yeah, to really sort of invite you in, and it really is almost, I suppose, oversized, but we wanted that. We wanted it to get in your face, and that you have to brush past it to get through. So
yeah, well, and especially with the shower right there, it must almost feel a little bit like showering in the forest.
Absolutely, which is something we've always wanted, that have an outdoor shower. So bringing the plant in here does have that element of being outdoors while showering. And
and that was actually our inspiration with these corrugated sheets for the shower, was an Australiana outdoor shower feel that we were going for, using that with the timber and whatnot.
This is a corrugated galvalume, is it?
Yeah, so these were actually leftover sheets from our roofing and cladding that we wanted to incorporate, because actually the biggest waste sector is in the commercial construction section, so we wanted that to be all part of our ethos, really, was utilising these offcuts. So in there we've got the leftover sheeting, we've got leftover
bench space we've used just for the tap and the shower head, and then we've used the vanity bench is also leftovers from our kitchen. So we really wanted to utilise every piece of material.
And then you've got the composting toilet there too.
Yes, we do, that's worked out great. So we've always composted and stuff previously wherever we've lived, but never done the whole human manure thing, and it's been really cool actually. I was just so surprised how easy it was. What about the smell or anything? Just not an issue at all. It's been really cool.
I love the basin too. That's such a nice one.
We definitely wanted hints of natural colours within the whole bathroom, and we wanted the basin to have a feature that was quite modern as well within the Australiana feel.
I think that was the thing, I was just talking about all the offcuts and things that we use, and there's just the occasional pieces that we use we go, okay, we're not going to compromise on that, want to have something nice. And I think you can get away with all of the rest of the scraps, if you like, and it all ties in really nice.
And that natural theme is definitely carried out throughout the rest of the house. For example, these beautiful stair railings.
Yeah, thank you. We actually have a reserve just down the road, and there's an abundance of eucalypt tree species, so we did take advantage of a lot of the fallen branches and thought, why not just make some features out of this, hence the stair railing and the handle to our pantry there.
I love it. And should we check out the upstairs?
Absolutely. Let's go. So yeah, as we're coming up to the bedroom, we really wanted that element of, trees and nature. So we wanted to design the house with a deeper toned flooring and then slowly lightened as you came up into the bedroom.
Well, it definitely does that. And this sleeping loft seems very spacious.
Yeah, so we basically didn't want any clutter around in this space. We just wanted it to be like our little sanctuary.
Minimal, open, clean.
As well, like we're sort of up amongst the trees here as well, and we wanted that to be the focus as well. Not the stuff that's inside, but to have space to look around and be amongst nature.
And you've came at a good time because we've got 2 different species of birds that are nesting to our right and directly behind our bedhead. So might get to be able to see them later, but yeah.
Oh,
awesome.
Lovely. So how long have you actually been living in the house at this point?
It's been 2 months, I would say, that we've been in here. Yeah.
Was it a big adjustment getting into the flow of tiny house living?
Not really. We're people that definitely, like to camp on weekends. Sam has a van that he fitted out, the bed and a bit of storage in there. So we have adapted to this lifestyle very quickly.
Did the van life thing a little bit, so yeah.
Cruising the coast. So yeah, if anything, this space has just been so easy to live.
You would think that you end up too close to one another, but it really hasn't been the case. And we really don't get interrupted, I suppose, by one another. And as well, I feel like there's probably less tension anyway because we're both happier. So there's no
freedom to, chase our dreams. And we've also got that outdoor environment as well, being in Queensland, Australia. It's warm, pretty much the whole year. So having that outdoor space, and we are outdoor people, just brings a lot of happiness and enrichment into our lives.
One of the really cool things about moving into this tiny house is it's actually helped you to start your own business, hasn't it?
That's right. Living this way and dropping our expenditure right down freed us up to pursue a creative project that we've had in mind for a while. So yeah, we're actually doing that now, which wouldn't have been possible, otherwise.
Awesome. So what is that project?
It's actually a sustainable clothing label. All our garments are made from organic cotton and hemp as a blend. We're called Jungle Alley, and this has been a project we've been creating from the ground up.
Yeah, we're right. Yeah, on the edge of that now. We're basically launching next week. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll be very excited to follow that along and see how it all goes.
Awesome. Cheers.
What did this project actually cost you to build?
It actually cost us 17 grand Aussie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even as a DIY project, that seems like a super low budget. How did you accomplish that?
I think utilising a lot of secondhand materials has really kept the cost down for us.
And as far as the build, we were really lucky. We picked up all of these aluminium windows for $150 total.
No.
Yeah, that French door there, that was $150 as well. So we bought these key things first, and we designed around that. So we, built the framing around that rather than having to get, these sort of custom windows of this and that. So that was probably, I think, the big secret. And then obviously doing the work yourself.
Yeah.
From the get-go, we had a big focus on sustainability, really, like the doors, the windows, furniture. We've just really been able to source most of it secondhand. We've got this really fast consumer culture right now, and I think, at least in an ecological sense, that we can't keep up with that. So we wanted to try and contribute to that as little as possible and have our footprint as little as possible. So this whole experience has made us realise how possible it is to opt out of something that you don't want to be a part of. And this is really empowering, where it sort of gives you this realization where it's like, no, you don't have to do that. You can do your own thing. You can build your own thing. And this is like a physical manifestation of that.
The home is really beautiful. You've both done such a wonderful job with the construction. I think more than just the beauty of this home, I love the lifestyle that you're creating for yourselves. I love the fact that this house has actually enabled you to start a brand new sustainable business, and I'm definitely looking forward to how that all works out for you both in the future. Thank you so much for sharing it with me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers,
you, Bryce.
guys.
Thank you.
What this couple have accomplished is something really remarkable. They've built their own house right out of university, and incredibly for around the same amount of money as it would have cost them for just a year's rent. Not only that, they've built it in a way that is really conducive to their values. They've built a wonderful lifestyle that's even empowered them to start their own sustainable business. I'm just sitting here wondering why I didn't do this when I had just finished uni.